Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday's stream. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing good. Dubs, hello. I'm glad you're in here, actually. So, I got a couple new things for stream. Uh, some of which I'm trying out today. Um, Dub, since you're here, does it look like I'm at a much lower frame rate than usual? Because if so, then I'll have to fix some things. But one of the new parts of stream is my second monitor is no longer a large TV in the corner of the room. It is now a smaller TV off to the side of the room. So I'm trying to make sure if the frame rate I'm seeing is just on the TV. Okay, then it's just the TV. Because if it's coming through stream, fine. Because it looks a little, not like jittery, but just a lower frame rate. Yeah, why don't I check? Okay, alright. Yeah, hopefully the quality maybe looks a little better. The camera I'm using right now is a new camera. So trying that out for the first time. I still have the old one. And I definitely plan on continuing to use it. Not necessarily for this usual stuff like desk streams, but I plan on doing some new stuff in the new year. And having a multi-camera setup is what I would like for that. Let's see the angle on the old one, because I do have it hooked up. It is the full-on webcam. Yeah, there it is. Guys, hold on. What do I got to do for this? Let's bring you down to here. Whoa! Isn't that neat? You can tell a bit of a difference in the quality. Yeah, unfortunately, so the new camera that I'm running on for the main camera, it's much higher quality. Yeah, slightly. So it's much higher quality. But it's not as wide of a lens as the old one. So that's like I was trying to get the same angle that I had with the old one, but I just couldn't. Like, new camera, exact same spot as the old one. It was too zoomed in. And I was trying to get, because I liked the old shot of having, like, obviously I'm in it, but, like, you also saw all my shit. But I couldn't quite get that angle with this one, so this is just what we're dealing with for now. However, you probably also noticed that I'm back in the studio. I'm not coming to you live from my living room. However, we still don't have... Basically, we weren't able to get done the stuff that we wanted to over the last couple days. It's been interesting, and I'll get into that. But yeah, so like I still have like the same old desks and everything where we haven't brought the new desk in yet or anything like that. So Mana, just like as part of Christmas, just showed me like the things that she had got for the stream room and to work on. And so we still have to do that. But basic rundown of what we're gonna do and why like this what you're looking at isn't permanent whatsoever. The big bookcase where all of my shit usually is that you guys see is going to go here. But Mana got 2 new bookshelves that are they're half shelves, but it's the same thing, so it'll make one like longer, more horizontal bookcase. And so we're kind of decking out this back wall that you guys normally see. And putting all my like nerdy decorations and things there, putting the Unis Honest flag back up, and then we're gonna mount 2 keyblades that we have, and also the other nice little surprise present that they got me. A off-branded, but this prop replica of the Buster Sword. How fucking cool is that? So this is gonna be mounted up on the wall as well. So we still have stuff to do. Gonna be doing it over the course of the week as best we can. So yeah, excited for all that. My goodness, was this year phenomenal in terms of Christmas. Both, like, okay, before sounding too materialistic about things, it was an amazing holiday, just getting to spend it with my loved ones, with my family. All of the get-togethers and the parties we went to, everything was phenomenal. Christmas Day was great. Talked to my parents, wish them a happy Christmas. Mana and I did our little Christmas thing here at the house. Then we went to her parents' place, and had breakfast and lunch with them, and the rest of the family as they came in. So yeah, like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were phenomenal. I did really make out like a bandit this year. In terms of gifts, I'm blown away by the generosity of my family. Because basically, in terms of like the gifts and material things, I got everything I asked for. A new camera. I got a starter airbrush kit, so I'm really excited to get into that. I got a 3D printer. I did do an initial test print. That failed. So I don't have any proof of that yet. And it's also down in the basement. It isn't up here. But I did like the initial setup and like tried to do a test print with the model that came with the printer. But when we got back home, it just, like I said, it had failed. So I don't have anything to show for it, but I do have a 3D printer and an airbrush set, a new camera, and also we got the Elgato high-end capture card. So we can say goodbye for a while at least. Or I don't see any other reason why I need it, but we could say goodbye to this little thing. This little $20 emergency, I don't have $150 to spend on an Elgato capture card, but I mean, you guys saw the quality of it. It worked. Um, but you know, like the aliasing on it was really bad. The quality wasn't quite great. And then like for Overwatch, it was working okay. And then that day that I tried God of War, and it just that wasn't working. so, so yeah, I'm real excited because, like I said, I was wanting to get into some, you know, potentially starting like Kingdom Hearts or something, on the PS5, uh, as what we do for stream, starting in the new year, starting next week. So this is awesome. Definitely going to be doing some tests, and making sure things work because, like I said, I definitely want to play Kingdom Hearts, but I also want to. There's another game I played, that I did just, you know, like in my own time and everything. But it ended up meaning a lot to me, and actually, like this game really affected me, in a positive way. Um, but I want to do another playthrough, but especially because it has a local co-op feature, I want to do it with Mana because I also want them to experience to have the same experience I did, and they know what the game is, they know what the game's about and everything, but it is a very emotionally tolling game. So they said, yes, but I gotta be like, I have to like, you know, prepare myself for it. I have to be like in the mood and ready for it. And I was like, yep, absolutely, perfectly fine. So that game, by the way, is Spiritfarer. If you know nothing about it, or you know, like have never played it or anything, I highly suggest. Obviously, don't go into any spoilers, but look up some trailers, look up some gameplay. It's this really cute and amazingly like hand-drawn game about you, as the name suggests, carrying spirits through the process of moving on to whatever the great beyond happens to be. So also, if you have PlayStation Plus, if you have the extra tier, it's free. Like it's part of the game catalog. So I definitely suggest it. And even if you like, especially like, you know, like there's a lot of winter sales and everything still like going on right now. If you can get this game, like it, knowing what I know about it, I would pay whatever for it. But especially like if you can get it on sale for like 20 or so bucks, fucking do it. I cannot recommend this game enough. Spiritfarer, all one word. But yeah, so we may do that for stream. Show them the sword. Is that happening for you guys too? Uh-oh. I already did. Mana, hello, by the way. I already did show the sword. Okay, let me see. Yep, that just is happening. Okay. Hold on. Let's switch over to this guy real quick. Although I have to see this one. Oh, that's the wrong thing anyways. What is this? Okay, well, I'm just getting rid of it. I don't know what it was doing. Oh, no, wait. It's just stable now? Is it just working? Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll... Guess I'll just have to keep that in mind, that can happen. What in the fuck was I saying? Yeah, so I definitely want to play that with them, although that may end up, I don't know, I'll have to... Okay, all right. let's maybe not do that. Okay. Are you done? Okay. You were a relatively expensive camera. You need to behave. Behave. You need to behave. Okay? Um, I mean, maybe, but the problem is, unlike the old webcam, the cord for this one is like it goes into the casing of the camera. It's just part of the camera. I can't unplug it and plug it back in. I can do that, obviously on the USB end, but if it's like the cord itself, that can't I can't just use a different cord. I can't replace it. I would have to replace the entire camera. So that's fun. But yeah, so I would have to talk to Mana, and I would have to talk whether that's something we just keep as a thing between the two of us, whether that's something that we maybe record, but more as like a let's play, so we can and put it up on the YouTube channel. One, just to finally have a let's play series going, but two, to maybe edit around it, depending on what happens, or if we just stream it. And yeah, if it keeps going, we'll just we'll have to get a hold of whoever got it for me, and then either exchange it for another one or get a return and just use that money on like a different camera. So yeah, we got some more stuff too. We gotta move little Freddy. We gotta move my little buddy. Where are we gonna put him? I moved my mic around too much to put him up here. What if... Is he gonna work there? Wow. Ooh, you know what? You know where I want him. Let me figure this out. Let me figure this out. Perfect. I just have to keep my head away from it. Yeah, so Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were great. Great days, good times. I enjoyed everything. Loved being with everybody. It was a good time. It was a good holiday. Friday night wasn't. Basically we had to get, Mon and I were heading out to have a nice dinner, and the night ended with us getting the van towed. So we had to get it towed back home, where it is currently sitting. Actually, once stream is done, I need to go out and turn it on. Essentially, what ended up happening is we got stuck on some ice trying to get to the restaurant, and now the back wheels are locked and won't move, so we can't drive it. There's like a couple different possible solutions I saw as potential things to do about it. Both Mana's dad and brother are very good with cars and fixing them up and things like that, so they gave me a couple suggestions, one of which like her brother said it may be this piece that over time just condensation builds up, and then we had this huge polar vortex storm go across the U.S. So like we're at temperatures, we're at very low temperatures with even worse wind conditions. So like the one possible solution is for this particular piece to thaw out, which our weather has not been allowing it to do. So that's great. Which also hinders my work. Like I didn't go to work today because I couldn't. Thankfully, there were enough other things going on to where the client I work with didn't need me. Because so today, so you know, like Sunday was Christmas, but so that people like actually got like a holiday. Businesses were closed today, which also means our mail didn't come. So like he didn't need his mail. There wasn't any sense in going out anywhere because everywhere was closed. So I just, you know, like let him know like, hey, van's broken, can't drive, can't go anywhere anyways. I'm gonna try and fix it as soon as I can. But in the very likely event that it still isn't working by tomorrow, or rather isn't drivable by tomorrow, we gotta figure some shit out. Like, if I'm not able to fix it myself, we'll have to get it towed again to a shop, and then, you know, whatever they say that we need to you know, get done with it, or, you know, pay for whatever service they're going to provide and everything. So that is admittedly weighing pretty hard on me right now. I'm very nervous about it. Car trouble is never easy. It is normally not easy, and definitely normally not cheap to remedy. So hopefully we can get the situation figured out ourselves. That's what I'm really hoping for. But yeah, so that was kind of a bad start to the weekend. But I am thinking positive, trying to keep spirits up. And like I said, it did not put a dampener on the holidays and Christmas whatsoever. Still had a phenomenal time with everybody. Had some great food. Got unbelievable gifts. And yeah, overall had a net positive weekend. So, that's basically how my holidays went. I don't know what we're doing for stream today. We're half an hour into it. I don't really know what we're doing. This is what we're doing. I'm talking. I don't know if we're gonna I don't know if we're gonna get back into Pokemon Puzzle League. Like, okay, so we will. I don't know if that's what we're doing today or not. So there's that. I guess I could technically, like, I could technically try out some stuff with the Elgato just while we're streaming. I could just get it set up while we're streaming, while I'm live. You guys want to see it? You guys want to see an unboxing video of the Elgato HD60S Plus that has a 40K 60 HDR pass-through, a 1080p 60 HDR capture, a USB 3.0 interface, and instant game view. It has an analog audio, the HDMI in, and the USB 3.0 Type-C connection with the HDMI out. It advertises plug and play, meaning that I shouldn't have to download any proprietary software, and it just works by itself as soon as I plug it in. Hope that's not too bad with your car. Me too. Me too. Like I hope if something needs to be done like at the mechanic, it's hopefully easy to do, a simple fix, and won't cost too much. Like the biggest part of that just is going to be getting it there. Like I know we're gonna have to get it because it can't be driven. It's going to have to be towed there, and I know how much that in itself is going to cost because I've already paid for it once. And so I'm not looking forward to doing that again. No, you don't have to download extra RAM or nothing. So, out of the box. It comes in this smaller box. Wow, there's a huge table on the back. That is all in a different language. So there we go. But if you open it up, there it is. That's the whole thing. So the capture card itself, pretty thin, pretty slim, pretty nice and sexy. Has that new good plastic smell? Yep, as advertised. The HDMI in and out and all that. Comes with the oh, okay. I actually wasn't. Wait a minute. What is this? Okay, that's actually nice. It comes with an HDMI cable, which is neat. That actually is really helpful. Now that I think about it, with my current setup. So capture card, HDMI cable, USB-C to USB cable. Well, I'm already losing something. There was a... Well, all right. I guess never mind. It came with an Elgato sticker. And then this tiny little instruction booklet. Which is all in German. So there you go. Oh, yeah, fucking, I can't believe I forgot that whole story and the reason I titled stream the way I did. You guys are gonna want to hear this. I cannot believe this fucking happened to me. Okay, it's just like, you know, the safety instructions and all that. Oh, there's the sticker. And, see, I've got this in the right. And Elgato sticker. Wow. Yeah, so that's everything in there. I'm just now realizing I will do this on my own time only because there is something on my PS5 that I needed to fix before the next time I used it on stream. I mean, the things I'm going to change they're already out there, but yeah, I wanted to remove the option and the displays of people's real names. You know, including my own. So I will get to that at a later time. No. So the story that I just said I remembered, like that comes into the Judaism aspect of the stream. So why is Scoos bringing that up? Why is he saying such things? Why did I title the stream I am no longer Jewish? Well, let me tell you. First of all, I want to just get out there that I never was. Uh, so here's what happened. Mana and I had a very nice day yesterday, Christmas Day, here at the house, and then out with her parents at their house with the family. Had a nice breakfast, had a nice lunch. We did our gift exchanges and gift openings there. And then like mid afternoon, early evening, I'd say around like 4 or whatever, we came home, just for the rest of the night. And they and I got really high. And of course, along with that, oh, I forgot I have to change something. Let me try. Well, that doesn't work. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, man. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold. 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 Oh, there's so much off the top. Take it all off the top. Okay. Well, that ain't right either. Well, that's just not right. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay. I'm sure I'll have to fix that a bunch. Anyways. So we get really high, which of course means we got really hungry. So when it came around dinner time, we of course ordered from one of the only places in towns that was open on Christmas Day for food, a Chinese place. So we drive up there, and this was just up the road, so I wasn't too worried about it. We get there. How do I tell this story best? So we get there. We start having some high argument about something. And then we go home. And we pull into the driveway. And it suddenly hits me. We didn't pick up the fucking food. We drove all the way to the restaurant, parked in the parking lot, talked for 5 minutes, and then went fucking home. Without our food, without paying. So, that was funny. That was funny enough to us. That was already just a funny story there. Except it doesn't end there. So we get back to the restaurant, and Mana tells me to go in because they cannot like function in public right now. Not that I could either, but I ended up going in. And obviously it was really busy because again, they're one of the only few places fucking open for food on a Christmas day. Uh and I'm standing there and I can't tell if it's actually happening or if it's just the generalized paranoia that comes from being high and in public. But I keep seeing the two owners like glancing over at me and getting like a smirk on their face. But I'm doing everything in my willpower just to hold it together and be in this social space right now with all of these people in this tiny little Chinese shop. And so eventually they call out my order number and I go up to pay. And this is where something happens that even sober, I don't know how I could have made it out of there without laughing, but I did. So I get up to the counter, and I shit you not, the dude says, He had a very heavy accent, which I, as a white American man, am not going to attempt to reproduce. I will, however, use the exact words that he used. In his conversation with me while he was ringing me up. So I get up there, and this man says to me, "Oh, we see you pull up, then sit, then drive away, and now you back. My wife say, what happened? Did they get here then realize they know Jew?" What the fuck am I supposed to say to that? What am I supposed to do with that? What do I do with that sober? Much less that high? It was the last thing I could handle. I don't know what I said to him. I don't know what was said after that. My world crumbled into a small sphere of concentration of just paying for my food and getting the fuck out of there before I got back in the car and lost my goddamn mind. Basically, so what had happened is they saw Mana and I pull up, sit there for 5 minutes, and then just drive away. And then they see us come back, they recognize the vehicle and me coming out of it. So apparently what had happened when we pulled in and then just left without doing anything, the wife the wife of the couple who owns the place said to her husband, "What, did they just show up and then realize they weren't Jewish?" Because so in America, on Christmas Day, most everywhere is closed. Normally, besides like most foreign food places, so like Chinese places, Indian places, are really well known for being open on Christmas Day because they don't give a shit about the holiday. And most of their clientele that day are Jewish people because they also don't give a shit about Christmas. It's just another day. It may be the 8th day of Hanukkah. I am not Jewish. I don't know how the timing of that holiday works with Christmas. I don't know if it's on specific dates of the year, like Christmas is just December 25th, wherever that lies, or if it's just if it's just 8 days during a specific time of December, like the second to last week or something. I don't know how Hanukkah works. All I know is that it's 8 days. So her joke was that we were coming there as customers most likely Jewish people. But since we didn't come in and get food and just left, her joke was that we sat there, realized we weren't Jewish, and then left. The fact that they even noticed us while they were so busy was incredible to me. But that woman not only making that joke, but then the dude telling it to me when I came in to get the food and like recognize that was the car that did that and I got out of it. It was just a fucking perfect storm of the joke itself, the initial situation itself, us being blitzed off our fucking gourd, and just all of this happening at the same time was a gift. It was more so than anything I got on Christmas Day. This was the gift. This was the incredible thing that the universe gave me for the day. So that happened. That was my Christmas Day. How are you guys? The joke obviously also doesn't really land as much without, let's just be honest here. It doesn't really hit as much if you don't do the accent. But I'm not doing that. Not on Twitch. I'm not doing that live. So, yeah, that's that. Social anxiety plus stoner delusion equals holiday funny. Yeah. That pretty much sums that up, yeah. What about you guys? Did any of you guys have a Chinese man call you Jewish? Which I know isn't what happened, but goddamn, like, how did... Oh, did you just show up and forget and realize that you're not Jewish? Well, that was pretty funny. I gotta say. That was pretty funny. Gotta say. That was pretty funny. That's most of what I got. I don't know. Do you guys want me to play Pokemon? I'm not like super in the mood for it today, which is why I haven't like jumped into it. It's kind of nice just like sitting and chilling for today and just talking with you guys and not really like getting into anything. But I also understand that doesn't make for the greatest of content. Trying to think of something else. I didn't get any new like games or anything. Most of what I got, like I got myself something that ended up being a gift from Mana. I got the Crisis Core remake. God, I loved that game. That and Birth by Sleep were yes, I enjoyed Birth by Sleep, which is a Kingdom Hearts game. But I also really... So my top three... My favorite games on the PSP, which is also it was a handheld that I absolutely enjoyed. I loved the PSP. I played the shit out of it. But my favorite three games were all Square Enix games, and even that were basically all Final Fantasy games. It was Crisis Core, Birth by Sleep, and the Dissidia Final Fantasy games. Absolutely loved them. I actually don't think I owned any. I don't know if I played any other games for the PSP. There wasn't really anything that interested me that much at the time. Really, the only other games I had ever heard that were okay for the PSP were like the God of War games, but even those really didn't do too well when they came out. I'm also, the other thing I'm excited for with the Elgato is being able to potentially have a 2 PC setup for gaming. Because like there's a decent amount of, you know, PC games that I've been wanting to try, but it's a lot for one PC to handle. The game itself, and streaming, and recording. But I know that you can basically do the whole process with 2 PCs. You just have one run the game, and then using a capture card, the other PC captures the gameplay that the other PC is running. So I might do that. I may do that. Because I'm just kind of like looking at my PC and like I've had Valheim for I don't know how long now, and like installed. Never booted it up once. Mostly because like the person who told me to get it, the person that suggested I get it said that the best way to experience it is multiplayer. Like it's just not super fun if you just play by yourself. But then has never played it with me. So, you know, there's that. I don't know. I'm questioning you guys. So December is like I think 8 months of streaming, and obviously everyone that's here hasn't been here the entire time. But for those of you that have been here long enough with the stream, which pretty much is everybody here, what's been your favorite thing that I've done this year? Because like I really want to know, one, I want to know that you guys are enjoying yourselves, that I am putting content out there that is enjoyable for you guys to consume. But I want to know what that is too, so that I could try and provide more of it to you. Has it been the gaming? Has it been, something else I've done? What has been the content that I have made that you guys have enjoyed the most? Let's start Valheim. Okay. Except if you want. Oh, that came off so like, oh, we should play Valheim. No, we shouldn't. But if you wanna, maybe. I think that'll be one that I'll check out like on my own time and decide whether that's something for stream or not. Because again, it feels like one that like would probably be a series that would be best done like with other people here. Which I love doing, but it's a real hassle to schedule it. Because I like to be consistent. I like to try and be consistent with my content. And figuring out stuff with like multiple people like that just doesn't. It's not easy. Like the Deep Rock Galactic stuff, we were like Quoton's Mana and I were having a ton of fun playing that. But Mana's schedule can be, relatively chaotic. I know like Quotons has said like his schedule changes week to week, so he like he can't promise anything. And of course any fucking technical difficulties getting in the way. Like I still don't understand why Discord specifically is so fucking quiet. when compared to like the game audio. The only thing I could think of to do like the next time we have other people on stream is to just really boost that Discord audio and just really take down the game audio. Audio is something I haven't been able to really figure out with streaming, like to separate things into like different adjustable audio tracks. I have two things. I have my audio in, which is the mic, and I have the audio out, which is everything coming out of the PC itself. If there's a way to distinguish, like to have a specific track for like a specific audio mixer for my Discord audio, a different one for like game audio and things like that, that would be great. I would love that. That way, like, I can still have everything adjusted to how I want it on my end, but have it be a little bit different on the output to where everything is like balanced pretty well. But I don't know how to do that. Although to be fair, I've also never looked it up. So maybe I'll do that today. I should probably do that today. Get that figured out. Yeah, but if you guys are here, like, you know, like I said, let me know what have I done this year that you guys have really liked. What's been some good, and I also don't mean like good moments, because like certain streams could have good moments, but maybe the game or like whatever we were doing that day itself wasn't that fun. It just had a good moment. So not necessarily specific moments or anything like that, but like games we've played, activities we've done, you know, like the high laugh you lose and stuff like that. You know, what have we done that has really captured your guys' attention? On top of that, is there content that you guys have seen other content creators and streamers make that you would like to see me try to do? That's my big main goal for the next year, for 2023, is to get some more consistent content going to build a bigger community. But also, of course, to give you guys better content, you know, stuff that we've been talking about. Bon and I have been talking about doing a cooking stream. I would love to do one of those. There are other like games, but not video games, that I would like us to play on stream as activities. You know, just different stuff to do. I've got some ideas, and we're, you know, as I'm getting better equipment and tech, you know, it's looking more and more like possibilities to do them. You know, just figuring out the time to get it all set up and actually do it. Overwatch and Hot Ones You Laugh You Lose. Okay. Do some collabs. Hey, I would love to. Regale that goodwill with the people you raid. So that's my thing, right? Is I, of course, would absolutely love to. I don't feel like I'm there yet for a couple different reasons, and none of it is necessarily like confidence. It's just I feel like in a collaboration, like obviously most of the time one person is like a little more successful than like the other people that are involved. You know, but I still don't feel experienced enough in like with streaming, with Twitch, to hold enough confidence to even like ask somebody. And it would also have to be, it would have to be a good collab. Like, I don't want to, like, just jump in with somebody and, like, play a multiplayer game or something. Although, that would also be a good start to things. But, at the moment, the only one I would consider, like, attempting to do a collab with would be Uncle Bucket. I think him and I could do something really interesting together. Well, so I don't doubt that he'd be up for it. I just think the circumstances need to be right, and I'm not 100% confident doing something like that yet. Not saying it's not going to happen. I just feel like I need a little more experience under my belt before attempting it. But I'd like to do one within the next year. I would for sure like to do a collab like that. It would just be timing and the idea. Like the idea for something has to be there, and it has to be, doable. So, yeah, like I said, like collabs will be something we'll be looking into. The hot ones, you laugh, you lose. I'm actually surprised that did. That's a suggestion. I mean, not super surprised, I guess, but Sirius strips from a person. Boo, do you want to play a game? Hey, listen, I would be... When I'm not in front of a fucking camera, I'm usually a little better. I can listen. I can be relatively normal. I can be professional. I know when to, turn that switch on and off in terms of being me. And obviously on stream that switches all the way up. But as soon as I end stream, well, yes, relatively. I'm not gonna say I'm normal, but I've had to do job interviews. I have a job, so I've been able to trick enough people into thinking that I am a socially acceptable individual, member of this species, well enough that I'm sure I could do it to some other content creators. That being said, Bucket knows he's seen my clips, and I've been in chat with him, so, not really any hiding there. But yeah, I don't know. It would... I gotta start thinking on what that would be. Because I know most of what he does is gaming, and then like he's been saying like he does those like yoga streams or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It would, and I would want other people there too. I think like I would want it to be a collab with me and my people in him. Like I'd want it to be like Mana, Quotons, myself, and Bucket, maybe. The other thing would just be the so like timing, just in terms of like everything schedule wise being correct, but then just also like the literal time itself, because I stream my time like 4 to 6, and then he starts streaming usually either just as I'm about to end or after I'm like done for the evening. So there would have to be, there's obviously a lot that goes into a collab, right? So and hey, the other thing too is like it would be awesome if we got like a sponsor on it or something. Although like he's got a bigger audience than me, but I don't even know if he has sponsorships yet or not. And if what I've been hearing about Twitch is true, then like I think Uncle Bucket is in that like top, 5%, 1% of like, like, or whatever it is on Twitch, because like, you know, with so many people on the platform, the average viewer count for, like across every streamer is one. Very few people ever get anybody on stream. So like they said, like if you average like 10 viewers, you're already in like the top 5%, if not higher, of Twitch streamers. So, and I know he does pretty well. His averages must be up around that, because he's usually got anywhere between like 9 to like 16 people whenever we get in there. So, but yeah, so like I definitely want, like we're gonna be getting like some sort of series going, just something to get us in a category with like a decent amount of people that is going to grow a community. And like I know we were doing that with Overwatch, but I just can't do Overwatch, guys. Both in terms of just like the game itself, like I just get too frustrated with it. But also that is a game that I like to more like play with friends, and friends aren't always available to play. And just I don't want to support Blizzard itself. Like I'm already like never throwing $1 at Overwatch again. But I don't know, like I almost don't want to support them by streaming their stuff either, which is a difficult decision to make, because it probably would be something to choose to grow a community with how many people are watching Overwatch players. I swear it's kind of screwed up. Oh, schedule's kind of screwed up a plan I have at the moment, and I'm starting to get upset because it technically should work. Hey, I think you've said you've never played it before, but welcome to every Dungeons and Dragons or just tabletop gaming group ever. We always say the biggest villain that everybody faces is scheduling. It's never anything in the game itself. You're never as worried as when someone puts out the message, "Hey, are we good to play? Are we good to play on this day?" Because then you'll get the yes, actually that day doesn't work. Oh, maybe not. I'm kind of feeling sick right now, but maybe I'll get there that day, and then they don't, and then it's scheduling. So yeah, I definitely feel your pain there, Dubs. Wah. I don't know. I may just cut it a little short today. I really came in with nothing today. Today's been an off day. I've had zero energy all day. Just physically, like I spent most of today in bed. I really hope the plan still works out this year, or as soon as possible, because today it would have been the perfect day. Well, I'm sorry, buddy. I love you too, Screws. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't really have anything. I didn't really have anything for today. I'm tired. I like not so much that like obviously I didn't want to cancel stream or anything. I wanted to stream, but I just didn't have the energy to like, especially for like Pokemon Puzzle League. I just didn't have it today. And there's a lot like around the house that like I meant to get done that I just haven't. Again, like this room was supposed to be cleaned out last week, and there's still some stuff that I need to like take down to the basement, and it's just a lot. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it there for today. I'm sorry that it was such a short nothing stream today, guys, but I did my best with what I had, and today that was not much. But we will be back on Wednesday. I will say, like, we'll be back with something to play or to do on Wednesday. I'll have a plan. We are doing something. I don't know what it is yet. Just pay attention to the Discord. I'll probably let you guys know on there. Or if I don't, I guess you'll just have to show up and figure out what's going on Wednesday. So, that's it for today, guys. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you all for being here.